Hello and welcome to the show. We are here on Forza Horizon 4 for another team adventure. We are going racing with some A-Class Japanese cars, and I've been a little bit brave, possibly a little bit foolish. I'm not quite sure which way it's going to go. I'm using the new Civic, still front-wheel drive. Tarmac races, this is probably going to be quite a good car. We know the Civic is generally pretty fast. Off-road stuff, less sure about. Quite a lot less sure about. While it is on rally tyres, because we are in winter, there's snow about and it's all generally a bit nasty, against front-wheel drive is going to perhaps suffer a bit in comparison to the plethora of Subarus and other assorted all-wheel drive vehicles. As you can see, we quickly plummet down the order. We're perhaps a little bit better than the rear-wheel drive cars off-road with the snow, but they don't really, I don't know. We'll have to see how things go. If my car is not amazing here, I might be in trouble. Now, there is going to be probably a little bit of understeer from the Civic, naturally. Front-wheel drive car, you're asking the front tyres to do a lot of work. And I do start off as fairly high-ish A-Class, mid to high-ish A-Class in this, so I don't actually certainly have to put rally tyres on. Really don't get that much PI to play around with. Pega, I saw, started on the front row for Blue Team and is running a Global Rallycross Civic, which is an interesting choice of car. You can apparently drop it down. I think it's a Turbo Rally engine start. So you can drop the PI down from that to actually get it into A-Class. So that's the thing that we're going to be competing against. We've not had a great start for Red Team. Okay, top end looks pretty good on the Civic, actually. We've breezed past an NSX, although they aren't exactly notorious for their top end speed, but we're catching up to a GTO and a early GTR that's in all sorts of trouble towards turn 1. So that'll be a 5th position for me. Can we go for a 4th? Now, did Clark miss a checkpoint? That Subaru, no, it's a pretty damn good car. Hoping that can work its way up and score a few hundred points. We're past the GTO. Come on, for the front-wheel drive cars, you can do it. We've got the battle of 2 Subarus up ahead. Got to pick a line and try and go through with them. It's not working. It's not working. I'll just go underneath all of you then. Screw it. There is a lot. This is a good car. I don't think it is quite... Danger Man with the GTO has plummeted down the order. Yeah, this is actually a pretty damn solid A-Class. I don't think it's got the pace of Impega's Civic, but I've also, been stuck in traffic for a hell of a time. So it's slightly skewed on that. Drives nicely. Does drive nicely here. I've said before, I do quite like front-wheel drive. I've had a few front-wheel drive cars work. The Veloster one in particular has been very good as a front-wheel drive. So yeah, A-Class is normally where you start running into trouble. A-Class is when front-wheel drives start generally running out of performance, especially if we're going to be going off-road. Of course, these team adventures, we have to use the same car throughout them, and they are a mixture of tarmac and dirt. So you will generally see, certainly when it's winter as well, you will generally see cars run on rally tyres, but it is fairly commonplace to go rally tyres because they are good on tarmac and very good off-road. You can specialise, naturally. I've kind of gone for... I generally am more rally focused, so I can be competitive everywhere, and it does generally work on the cars in terms of being good for the tarmac events as well. We have got Crow up in 3rd with the NSX, I believe it was. That's quite helpful for us. We haven't managed to turn this one around. We had a bit of an iffy start, but we have managed to bring this one back. However, I am a little concerned about what happens when we go through the dirt. I would love to have been close enough to Impega. I would love to have seen how our Civics matched up, because I think I might possibly have the measure of that GRC one. Certainly it's quite even. Certainly it's quite even. Hopefully in a future tarmac race, because as it is, without a massive mistake from Impega, we're not catching. We are well clear of the cars behind as we run away. Admittedly, the NSX is busy battling its way with, I think it's an Impreza. Wow, me and Impega are absolutely flying around here. We are a long way gone from the rest of the pack. But this is quite a nasty little circuit, because you've got a long straight that you want some top end for, absolutely. But if you go all top end, these corners murder you. These are some sort of nasty medium speed corners that you need handling for. You really, really need handling for through here. And yeah, trying to get a car working here is always a bit difficult. So a car that's good here sometimes doesn't work elsewhere, and vice versa. Some of the cars that are just hating this track may well come good at later circuits here. We are very, very gradually reeling in that GRC, but it won't be enough. It won't matter for the win. Impega is going to take it. Points-wise, we do the business, pretty much. Points-wise, it is going to be good news for us. Looked a little bit iffy for a while, however, we brought it back in the latter half of that race. We got some solid points in there. Now just got to worry about going off-road. So, our next race, we head to the Broadway Village Scramble. Actually, it's predominantly tarmac, this one. However, the technical part basically is on the dirt. So, we're going to scramble our way around and then flail a bit on the dirt and then run down a long straight. It might be possible that I've built a car that's not the slowest thing in a straight line here, which is rare for me. Very rare. Very rare indeed. The many Subarus are ready to head off once more and lead the way. Me and Impega are actually quite a long way back in this particular one. Goodbye, all-wheel drive cars. Who's not all-wheel drive? Me, Stevie, and the NSX, I think. About the only cars not all-wheel drive. Bugger. And other assorted similar... Oh dear. Other assorted similar things. The CRX, it might be... Well, it didn't plummet down the order as if it was front-wheel drive, so that might be an all-wheel drive swapped CRX. Not impossible. I wouldn't have had the PI to do an all-wheel drive swap on this. Oh, that's a very slidey Nissan right there. Didn't really have anywhere to go to try and find my way past that one. Me and the NSX are now a little bit... well, stuck back here. Oh, we are two of the faster cars on Red Team. We are not enjoying the dirt. We've got Clark up in second, which is good. We need a lot more points. That Nissan is not having a good time. Oh, the NSX missed a checkpoint. This does not look like it's going to be our round, barring a miracle, pretty much. Come on, Honda. Use that immense straight line... Well, I say immense straight line speed, but better straight line speed. Look at that. Hondas do see... I mean, my CRX Mugen thing is immensely fast in a straight line without really expecting it to be. There just seems to be something that works about these cars. We're getting them to absolutely fly down the straights, which is nice. How many points can we recover for Red Team ourselves? Clark has got to the lead, actually, ahead of Stallion, and Impega has fallen to third, or climbed to third, actually, I should probably say, because I don't think Impega wasn't at the front. So, I don't actually know what tyres the Rallycross car's on, because I know they come... like, their standard tyres are not technically rally tyres. They're a weird kind of rally tyre. So that might actually not be having as much fun off-road here as you expect it to, despite the fact that it is technically a proper rally car. It's a bit weird. It is a bit weird. Sadly, I might be able to get sixth if I can have a good run. Oh, a little bit of a lock-up try. That was a little far back from me. I've got the brakes to do it, but we could only just about draw alongside. Little dink, no real harm done. Should probably have bided my time and just gone for the straight line speed pass down in towards turn 1, because here we go again. We're closing in on the Subaru. Will they defend towards turn 1? Not soon enough. It's a big jump on the brakes. We judge it right. We get it stopped. We are up to 7th position. Now, GTR, come in. I want that 6th place now. We've got to go for a recovery drive. It all went a little bit pear-shaped at the start of the race. So, recovery drive time is on. Not too bad on the dirt, you know. All things considered, now this isn't the worst of the dirt circuits that we're going to go to. However, I was expecting to struggle more, like here, for example. I was expecting to have more issues with some of the sort of slower exits and whatnot, but Civic doesn't really care. I don't think it's up there with the all-wheel drive cars, but could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Now, final corner. Oh, the Nissan is a little slow. We are also a little wide, unfortunately. Come on. Who's got the better top end here? It's closer between us. If anything, the Nissan might be pulling slightly away. Problem is, I can clear the Nissan. I think I might get it before the end of the race. I'm certainly hoping to get it before the end of the race. I won't get any further. We might catch up to Zed, but even then, that would be probably pushing our luck slightly, and that won't get us any more points. We need to catch up to Danger Man, who is a little bit further away. Oh, the Nissan got a slide on. We can have a look up the inside into the chicane. Yeah, that's going to have to yield. It's got no... yeah, that hasn't got the pace through here. Looking at it, might be rear-wheel drive. There might be a lot of rear-drive bias going on with that car. Oh, Zed's got in all sorts of out of shape through there. I'd love to be able to see fastest laps. I've talked about this many times with Team Adventures. Fastest laps would be brilliant to be able to see on these, because I am curious to know what I'm doing in terms of pace compared to some of the cars further up. But, yeah, we don't ever know with these. Got to get a little earlier on brakes. I'm too keen into that corner. Well, there we go. I mean, this is a track that does tend to spread out a little bit more, though this is quite extremely spread out. Clark is completely buggering off at the front from Impego and Stallion. Danger Man is quite a long way back in fourth. You know, there's a decent sized gap, and this is, you know, we're only doing a 5-lap race here. It's only a short race. These are only ever supposed to be short races, and we've already got everyone quite spread out. Yeah, missed checkpoints do happen at this track. Most definitely saw Crow miss one of these chicane ones. It is an easy mistake to make here. We may well get 5th away from Zed, depending on how brave I want to be. Don't want to take out a teammate. Not that it's looking really like the points are going to be enough for us. It's just again, it's that honour pass for positional honour. In fact, I wasn't quite close enough. Unfortunately for me, the Subaru, too good on the gravel. Just got a little bit too much grip. So we'll be fast through there if I can. Oh, the Subaru's very wide. Through all of that, we will jink our way ahead. It'll be a 5th place. It won't be enough. I think with a few more laps, we could probably catch Danger Man. Much more than that, we'd probably be asking too much of the Civic. I'll take a 5th. Considering the abysmal start I had to that race, we got stuck trying to dodge out of the way of a struggling Sylvia and everything. I'll take a 5th. Could have got a lot worse. Sadly, the round win, that'll go to Blue Team. So, up next we go to the Askmore Heritage Circuit. A fast track, but a track also covered in snow currently, because of course, being winter, these are some of the few roads that do get completely covered in snow. Probably won't be good for the Civic. Out here, we will struggle. The high-speed corners will probably be fine, because the traction won't be traction limited there. We will have plenty of grip, plenty of downforce. I say plenty of downforce. I think the Civic Type R does get more downforce with the Forza wings than most hatchbacks, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that front. Either way, you know, we're likely to be quite quick in some places, but getting out of the slower corners might be our undoing. We'll have to wait and see, really. We've got the worst bit of the race out of the way. We've got that horrible launch off the line. That's dealt with. Lots of cars are fighting 2 and 3 wide through here, which is sketchy. You know, I'm going to go as far as to say that's quite sketchy. I can't make anything happen at the moment. Ooh, the back end is quite lively on the Civic. I wasn't expecting that, but there we go. Oh, it's... sorry, CRX. Didn't realise you were going to be having your own... I was busy fighting my own battles against the Nissan. Didn't realise the CRX was going to have its own problems. And that was just an unfortunate place. It was an unfortunate place for the Honda to be. Now... yeah, I've got good corner speed through some of these turns. I have got a decent amount of pace. Can I make it up to... well, the other problem, not only do I have lots of traffic now to deal with, I've also, of course, got to be aware I lose so much time from that start. That is always an issue with the front-wheel drive launches. When you're doing very, very short races like this, we're always going to get dropped back. Even with a great grid spot, you're always going to get dropped back to 6th or 7th, and we've not had... I think we've started higher than about 9th so far. So... yeah, we're always having to work our way through, but the Civic is feeling good here. It's feeling quick. Blue Team, unfortunately, have a 1, 2 and a 4. Now, I might be able to cause some trouble for them. However, I need to have a good run. And I've got a massive bloody skills shade going on here without intending to in the slightest. Sure, why not? I've only got many thousands of the car upgrade point token. I don't know what they call now, car mastery things. I think that's what the skill tokens go towards. But you know what? I'll take it. I'm accidentally managing to do that during a race. Don't know what gear we wanted out of that. Clark's got up to 3rd and looks like we'll be making a move for 2nd. if we are going to score a victory here, I could do with passing, well, I could do with getting up the order, really. I could do with passing in Pega, Stallion. I just don't know if I'm going to have time. Oh, we rue the terrible grid spots in some ways. Further back, we're trying. We've got an okay amount of points. I don't think the NSX is really enjoying. The NSX is fine on the pure tarmac stuff, but is not really enjoying the snow. Might be on race tyres. We do sometimes. Some people have forgotten that it goes to winter, because we film these on Thursday, so we film these on the days that the season changes, and sometimes people forget. And winter means that, well, some of what would normally be tarmac races are, well, this. And then you have to deal with some new things. And Clark is continuing to climb and looks like battling up in the front there. That's super a good vehicle. And Pega runs out of gears. That's what goes on with that car. So it is quick, but runs out of top end. Runs out of gears, runs out of top end. So it has to be downgraded to fit in A class. So it may well be just out of speed. I need more laps. I just can't. I can't catch quick enough to quite get involved. It's frustrating. The GTO's working pretty well. In fact, both the GTOs are working pretty well here. I love, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the GTOs or 3000 GTs and whatnot. They've never really worked in Forza games for me. I can just never get them to work. They tend to be a little bit screwed over by the PI in general. They just don't quite make ideal race cars. But they are working here. They are working pretty damn well here. 2nd and 6th in the end for them. Certainly outperforming a lot of cars. So, fair play. We might have a shot at getting past Impega. It won't be enough points, but we might have a shot at getting past Impega before the end of this race. I wanted to see a battle of the Civics. I did want to see a battle of the Civics. Impega's going to cover the inside. Can we? Sweet. We're going to go... No, not around the outside. Didn't work. Worth a try. That thing has got too much grip for me there. Stallion is falling back a little bit. Again, it won't be enough time for us to do anything. We'll need more points. We need me to pass Impega and we need more points further back. That's what we need, but I'm not sure we are going to get either of them. Me passing Impega might be more plausible with our current track positions than further back. I just can't. We can't look further back. We can't keep track of everything. All we can worry about is... Oh, Clark, don't tell me you missed that one. I think you might have got very close to that. We can't afford to have a missed checkpoint. Not that it's really looking like much is going to be able to happen here, barring a final lap miracle. A missed checkpoint for Danger Man or Stallion would be helpful. There are some close cars further back. I'm too far back from Impega, although we have got a really good run. It's possible Impega might not notice the speed. No, Impega has noticed the speed that we are getting down here. Now, I can't do it. I just cannot hold that pace around the outside. It'd have to be such a monumental throw up the inside of the hairpin as to just clatter the door of his car. We are catching Stallion, but it is all too little too late for us. God, I'd love a good grid spot. Something that I can't even do English words at the moment. That's the that's the pain we are in with that poor Civic. It's a good car. It is a fast car, but I can't quite catch the brakes. I can't get a half decent start, and we just ran out of time. Impega was vulnerable in one corner, and I couldn't make a move stick, and I wasn't quite close enough. Fun race. Fun race indeed. Blue team take another round victory. So, up next, we're going off-road, which is bad for us, because red team, we have to win. We have to, if we're going to keep this team adventure alive for another round, we have got to win here. I need to score some good points, with a car really not going to be enjoying it around here. Tannhauser Scramble is tough. It's pretty much fully off-road. There is one little tarmac section for the cars. But yeah, again, we start terribly far down the order, and then we spin the wheels for a day. There is less water, at least. I guess that's something I don't have to contend with. There is less water around the place. That NSX must be on either race tyres or sport tyres, or not rally tyres, basically, is what that NSX is on. Clark's going for the ultimate sneaky line through all of that. I end up following. Now, what have I got? Oh, someone missed the checkpoint. We're going to end up giving a nudge. Oh, to Clark. Oh, yeah, this has gone wrong for us. We need all of the cars that are vaguely capable of competing, we need up the order. We can't afford to have probably our fastest Subaru miss a checkpoint and now be down in 11th. If we were going to stand a chance, we basically needed the Subaru to win, and we need me to be able to pick up an okay amount of points. At the moment, my amount of points is not going to be okay, or it'll be a hopefully mid-pack finish. Won't be enough, will it? Sadly. Damn it. It all started so well. It all started so well, but it has the cars, the adventure has got off the rails slightly for us. We've got a car in 3rd and 4th. You know, that's not the worst thing. If I could catch up to Danger Man, that would be grand. I'm always going to struggle. This is always going to be the event my Civic just cannot really deal with. We are pulling away a little bit from the cars behind, but it's the all drives are always going to be good out here. If this group continues to fight and let me catch up and doesn't let Danger Man get to the front, if that GTO gets to the front, we might have trouble. Yeah, continue to fight. That's what I like to see. Hello! The Civic is coming to join in the fun and games. The Civic is coming to hopefully score some points. Possibly score some points. Maybe take a sneaky 5th away from an all-wheel drive. Ugh. Sports car. I don't think we ever ran into GTO. We raced it. Various things. I don't think it ever went off-road. Can we look at finding a way past? I don't know how we're going to find a way past that car. The problem is, even if I get alongside, it's just going to get so much more punch out of a corner that I don't know what I can do about it. I've got to be careful here with the bumps that I don't flip the Civic, because that's quite easy to do. The Impreza got itself all crossed up, and it's going to lose 2 places in that. Come on. Come on. Front-wheel drive is better than all-wheel drive if we ignore the cars at the front all being all-wheel drive. In this little battle here, it's a big dive for the Honda, and then as soon as I go even vaguely on the power, that's the problem I'm going to get. I go near the power, and we just go straight out of that hairpin, and everything comes flying back past on the exit of that slow corner. I really wanted to go back underneath Danger Man. Oh, yeah, I mean, I understand. I think Zed's got more chance perhaps of beating or staying ahead of that GTO. Clark is going to come and lie up the order with that car that is very much working out here. I will not hold that one. No, hold that one up in the slightest, because yeah, that is our best chance of some points here. Unfortunately, the points we would need are too far up the road. Oop, that's a clonk on the wall. Clark, go, 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 go. I'm going to give you a mile of space on the inside. If me, Clark, and Zed all pass Danger Man, there might be a chance. That Subaru is so fast. That Subaru is so fast. In fact, even if we do, I don't think it's enough. I mean, if Clark's only got a lap, if he could catch Stallion for 2nd and we all pass Danger Man, that would be wonderful, but it's not going to happen. I think I actually pushed the GTO out of that corner and helped it more than anything there. So, oh, Danger Man, did you jump that checkpoint? If you got that checkpoint, you didn't get that checkpoint! Now, that changes quite a lot. How far back does that car fall? Oh, this could get this 50 points in it. No, we need 1 more place. But I don't think anyone's close enough to get 1 more place. Our CRX and NSX are both built for... Oh, but Clark's up to 3rd. It might come down to can Clark pass Stallion's Subaru. If he can, we will win this round. If he's... Oh, it wasn't that... Oh, never mind. It wasn't what they were fighting. It was Stevie who's going to go a lap down with a car not built for the snow. Oh, Clark's too far back. The thing is catching. That Subaru is so rapid up in 3rd, but it's way too far back to do anything. To do anything more, and we cannot score any more points. Blue team are fighting further back, but yeah, our cars are just not working. Clark almost did it. That missed checkpoint early on from our Subaru, we just couldn't overcome. Well, it was a good effort, team. Well tried. We got so close. 50 points was all that was in it. My Civic did admirably. It's mid-pack. It's mid-pack, but for what it is, I'm quite happy with that. Just not quite enough there. Well, we have at least a round win, and there is 1 more chance at a little bit of redemption. Well, this is our last chance to score some points. The Prince's Street Garden Circuit. think of any in my car that I like. Although my car's been more... Ah, we're on pole! We've finally got that good grid position. Good for that. My car, it turns out, is more happy with the higher speed. I guess there's a couple of straights, but it's nothing real. This is not a high-speed circuit. We do finally have as good an opportunity as we're going to get. Can't ask for, and we are actually on pole as well, rather than just the front row for our team, our side of the grid. CRX is definitely all-wheel drive. How quickly that's gone past. I think Clark's Subaru might be a bit too fast for me. Regardless, there's a lot of slow corners here that I might struggle to put the power down out of. Of course, being front-wheel drive, and we don't quite have the straights that I would ideally be liking here. They can fight one another. I'll just get a bucket full of understeer without me. Didn't want to go that side, but never mind. GTO's missed the checkpoint early on. Pega's got a GTO for company, so Stallion's car's got no top end at all. We will take you down that part of the circuit. It is very grippy. Oh, we will battle. Oh no, our NSX has missed one as well. I mean, it might just be a case of I'm fighting for just a win for myself. If our team can't do it, let's get a win for the front-wheel drive Civic over the all-wheel drive Civic. That's what we want. So yeah, I outstrip both of them down the straights. I can probably make life really awkward for them. I can probably be that real pain-in-the-arse car that I normally end up racing myself, that can't quite get through the corners but beats you everywhere down a straight, so you're never quite close enough in a braking zone. If I could do that, it's so rare that I ever have that car. And this was not even intended to be that car, but it's kind of worked out in the end. Because yeah, Impega won't match my car at all down here, so you then maybe the final corner is where you'll have a go. But then that's a really iffy overtaking spot. It's so difficult to get passes done at that final turn. Would you be able to make it stick? Where again, perhaps cause a little bit through the turn, but not too much. I can't be, the only problem I might have is I can't be flat through here. I actually lose so much speed through that corner, and I bet that's where we're going to get into trouble. We are, of course, going to have a go up the inside into turn one. There was never any doubt we would be having a crack at the inside. We're going to have to be very careful about defending that final corner. We are going to have to defend pretty much for our lives around this race. Impega is going to look for every opportunity. Let's hold that car out wide now. Don't run it out into the street furniture. Very unsporting thing to do. It won't. It's got so much more grip than me. I'll go past. However, we might just be able to come flying back up the inside before the next corner, which we do, and then park it through here. Pega is going to get very sick of seeing the back of an orange Civic in a couple of laps' time if we manage to hold on to this. Problem is, this is some of the toughest driving he'll do, because I make one mistake and Pega gets past and then Pega's gone. And I have to sit on the inside there. I can't carry any more speed around that corner. Clark is also coming to join in the fun. And Pega can't dive at turn one, which is good news for me. It's just a little too far back, but it's sat right on the bumper up here. I've got to be so neat and tidy here. Got to be so neat and tidy. I've got to hope Impega gets frustrated and makes a tiny error. That would help me immensely, trying to soak up the pressure. I hope Clark can actually get involved and give Impega some problems, but I think that perhaps unlikely considering the time we have left. But you never know if we fight too much, and I really managed to slow down the car behind. Oh, now carefully does it. What Impega might try and do is get a run out of the final corner. So I might try and, ideally want to perhaps sit just a tad further back, because I'm going to be slow around here, and focus on getting a perfect run through the final corner. But yeah, still too far back. We will run away. One more lap of no goofing from me. One more lap of fending off in the front-wheel drive Civic. It could be, I don't want to say it, don't do curse of the commentator here. We'll bobble some curds. It's fine. If Pega's too far back to have a look up here, knows it wouldn't work. Knows if we did clatter the side, it's going to get alongside. Again, it won't work on the exit though. We will outstrip that car towards the next turn. Clark is not going to play a factor in this. Would probably be quite evenly matched. Well, evenly matched with me slowing Impega down, pretty much. We will be careful through this section. Will Impega have the run? Yes, but has nowhere to go with it. There is just orange Civic in the way. We get assistance through the penultimate corner, and as we head around the last turn, we can actually run a little bit wide. And that, Impega got the run all at the wrong time for that one. We will take the victory. I made the widest Civic in the bloody game. However, we took a victory. It won't matter for Red Team, sadly. Too many missed checkpoints, too many mistakes in that particular race. The Sylvia wasn't too bad around a tarmac circuit. That just didn't work on the snow. It's a victory which I am proud of. I like my Civic, but it's difficult to use. Helped by a good grid spot and defending like crazy throughout that race. Impega's car was faster, there's no doubt about it. But we could just about fend off a couple more laps and we probably would have made a mistake. It's so difficult to defend like that for an extended period of time, but I'll take the win. You know, I'll take the victory where we can get it, even if the team lost. Good fun nevertheless, and I enjoyed experimenting with something a little bit different. That, though, is going to be it for this video. If you'd like to take part in the next one of these, you can sign up for it via our forums. There's a link in the description of this video. Find the FailRace versus the community section, and you can sign up in there. I don't know what happened. Did Impega, like, phantom punt us while we were loading in? Either way, thank you all for watching. Until next time, goodbye.